you. Good evening. This is the Village of Riverside Board of Trustees Sine Die Meeting for Thursday, May 4th, 2017. The time is 7 o'clock. Please call the roll.
President Sells.
Here.
Trustee Valerie.
Here.
Trustee Collins.
Here.
Trustee Lumsden.
Here.
Trustee Pollock.
Here.
Trustee Sadovy.
Still.
Trustee,
Here.
Trustee Hamilton.
Here.
Village Manager Francis.
Here.
Village Attorney Mars.
Here.
Also present Village Clerk Haley.
Thank you. If you'll please rise for the pledge.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and welcome to everyone who is here with us tonight, and those of you watching at home. Tonight is a changing of the guard for the Village of Riverside. You probably noticed that I called to order a Sine Die meeting, which means without day. This is the final meeting of this group of trustees that you see here before you tonight. At the end of this very short meeting, we will adjourn, and then we will reconvene with the new board of trustees. So that's the plan for tonight. If there's anyone here who would like to make public comment, you're welcome to do so at this point. Would anyone like to address the board? Hearing none, we'll move on to reports of village officers.
I actually have a comment.
Oh, of course.
I guess trustees make public comments during
You
this time.
certainly may.
Actually, I just want to recognize, this week, we lost another one of the great ones of Riverside. Those of you who know Bill Vogel, of the Vogel family, he died last Sunday after a very short but virulent bout of cancer. And he died peacefully at home. And Bill had 6 children, many of whom still are in the community. Hank and Will are in the community, and then his daughters float in and out from River Forest and St. Charles and elsewhere. And he was just a great man, and he owned and operated Ducati die casting for a number of years and supported his family that way. And when he was ready to turn over the reins to his sons, he retired, and then he started a second unpaid career as a mentor at Austin Polytechnic, guiding young men and some young women, but many young men who had never even finished high school before in their families to careers within the manufacturing sector. He was just a wonderful, wonderful, quintessential man, quintessential Christian, and good, all-around good guy. He will really be missed, and I just wanted to recognize him at this meeting because he's one of the pillars of the community.
I had not heard that. That's really sad news. Yes, he was a fine man. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his family. Would anyone else like to address the board? Moving on to reports of village officers. First up is the village president's report. Really, the only thing I wanted to say tonight was just to take a quick look back, since we are saying goodbye to trustees Hamilton and Collins. 4 years ago, we ran together for the village board, and I was telling Jill before we came here tonight that maybe it's a function of age, but it seems like somehow something can seem like a long time ago and like yesterday at the same time. And we've gotten a lot done in the last 4 years. I think we've done some good things for the village. They haven't always been easy times. There have been times of controversy and difficulty. And what I will remember most from their service is when they shone. The harder the situation was, the more controversial it became, the more Pat and Ellen stepped forward as the heart and soul of this board. Everybody who has watched any of our meetings is quite aware of their skill, their intelligence, their experience. But maybe what wasn't always as obvious, because sometimes it happened in executive sessions or just in private conversation, is their abiding wisdom and compassion and decency. So it's been an honor to serve with both of you. And I know that the village of Riverside and the residents are better off because of your service.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. And that is all I have. Ms. Francis?
I just want to say thank you to both Trustee Collins and Trustee Hamilton. On behalf of village staff and myself, thank you for your service and dedication to the village over the past 4 years. I've enjoyed working with you.
So this really isn't the time, but would anybody else like to have a word or two before we get into the scintillating business of consent agendas? No? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to the approval of the consent agenda. The consent agenda this evening consists of approval of bills April 20, 2017, approval of Village Board of Trustee regular meeting minutes April 20, 2017, approval of Village Board of Trustees executive session meeting minutes February 16, March 16, and April 16, 2017, a resolution approving a third amendment to employment agreement between the Village of Riverside and Jessica Francis, a resolution approving an employment agreement with the police chief, Tom Weitzel, a motion approving an agreement between the Village of Riverside and Local 73 Service Employees International Union effective January 1, 2017 through December 31, 2021, and a motion approving a memorandum of agreement between the Village of Riverside and Local 73 Service Employees International Union. Does anyone need anything removed for discussion? Hearing none, I'd ask for a motion and a second to approve. Motion by Ms. Collins.
Second.
Second by Ms. Hamilton. Please call the roll.
Trustee Ballerine. Trustee Collins. Trustee Lumsden. Trustee Pollock. Trustee Sedovey. Trustee Hamilton.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up is a resolution and proclamation declaring the results of the election of certain municipal officers in the consolidated election held on April 4, 2017. Attorney Mars.
Thank you. Exactly 1 month ago today, the consolidated elections were held throughout Illinois. After that election is completed, the Cook County Board of Election then conducts what's called a canvass of the votes, which is confirming the results. They completed that canvass on April 28th, at which point the vote became official. And in the case of the Village of Riverside, that showed that Trustee Douglas Pollock was reelected as village trustee, Benjamin Sells was reelected as village president, and we have 2 new village trustees, Wendell Giza and Elizabeth Peters. And so at this point, it's appropriate for the village to adopt a resolution approving the results of the election.
So I would ask for a motion and a second to approve. Motion by Mr. Lumsden.
Second.
Second by Mr. Ballerine. Please call the roll.
Trustee Ballerine. Trustee Collins. Trustee Lumsden. Trustee Pollock. Trustee Sedovey. Trustee Hamilton.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up, the swearing in of newly elected officials. Village Clerk Haley.
I think we will start with President Sells. So if you would raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Benjamin Sells, do solemnly swear
I, Benjamin Sells, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United
and
States
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and I will faithfully perform the duties
and I will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of Village President
of the Office of Village
for
President
the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wendell Giza. If you would kindly raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Wendell Giza, do solemnly swear
I, Wendell Giza, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United
and
States
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and I will faithfully perform the duties
and I will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of Village Trustee
of the Office of Village Trustee
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Elizabeth Peters. I, Elizabeth Peters, do solemnly swear
I, Elizabeth
Elizabeth Peters, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and I will faithfully perform the duties
and I will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of Village Trustee
of the office of Village Trustee
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois.
for the Village of Illinois, Riverside, Illinois,
To the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I, Douglas Pollock, do solemnly swear
I, Douglas Pollock, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and I will faithfully perform the duties
and I will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of Village Trustee
of the office of Village Trustee
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Haley. That concludes our agenda for this meeting. I would ask for a motion to adjourn Sine Die. Motion by Mr. Lumsden.
Second.
Second by Ms. Hamilton.
Yes.
Please call the roll.
Trustee Ballerine. Trustee Collins. Trustee Lumsden. Trustee Pollock.
Aye.
Trustee Setterby. Trustee Hamilton.
Aye.
The meeting is adjourned. Sine Die.